Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on the show. Welcome to the CayVin Universe. I am Vinny Vasquez here with the lovely Caylin.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. If you are new to the show, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Also, subscribe. It only takes a second. We really appreciate your support. Yeah, so we had a pretty interesting episode today, didn't we?
Yeah, actually, we did. It was a really good conversation. Of course, in 2022, people, we can all take a second to stop and analyze ourselves with so much crazy things going on in the world, so much crazy things going on with people around you. You may know we've all experienced it in one form or another within the past, I would say 2 to 4 years. Yeah, right.
Yeah, pretty much. It seems
mainly,
like that.
mainly 2 years, but I mean, as far as even before COVID, it seemed like things were pretty rough.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
I would say that much. So this is basically an episode. She just really gave us a lot to think about, and
She was really inspiring. So yeah, really inspiring. Her name is Andrea Lukac. Yeah, so she's all about, I guess, well, the title of this episode is going to be self-care with Andrea. So
yeah, so we'll have you listen for yourselves, guys. We hope you enjoy this conversation that we had. We know we really enjoyed it.
we surely did.
Yeah, so what else do you got before we go?
I think that's pretty much it. I'm really excited for y'all to hear it. So
Yep,
I guess we can
enjoy.
just get right into it.
Yep.
Good morning.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
fine.
Good morning. It's so sunny there. Where are you?
I'm in Austria, in Europe.
Oh, wow.
Austria, Europe. Wow. Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
what time is it there?
So it's 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
We're in Texas and it's 10:30 p.m.
Yeah,
or I guess
at
10:30 at night.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yes, we really glad you could join us on our show.
Yes.
And yeah, we just wanted to talk to you about little of what you do and how long have you been doing it?
Yeah.
So I'm an NLP trainer, hypnosis coach, and psychological and counselor. And how long am I doing this? So I'm studying all of this stuff over 10 years.
Wow.
And now I decided to help others with my knowledge and experience.
That's
Yeah.
wow, that's really great.
That's really interesting. So I guess one of the first things I was going to ask is I know like self-care is like a really big deal for you, right? You study it a lot. So I kind of just wanted to get a little bit more of insight on that from you.
So a lot of people tend to or don't take care for themselves because they learned to look for others, and there are some ideas running in our minds that we should do that or to be loved or so.
Right.
But we cannot give what we don't have. So like it is easy to understand with money, we cannot give money if we don't have it.
Right.
So we don't cannot give some love or some time or value if we don't have it by our own.
Right. That's very true. Yeah. Cause I mean, to be honest with you, like we just met and I'm over here just like, yeah, I tend to not really do that for myself. So that's why I was just, I need to know what's important. Right. So I know to start doing it.
Right. Yeah. And like, for example, like me, I deal with a lot of like that inner critic. I have that a lot, dealing with that. For example, every conversation I have, I'll think about it for an hour later thinking, did I say the right thing? What did they think when I said that? Just that inner critic is one of my issues. So how would you not really
Stop
fix
that.
it, but how would you manage
Yeah.
that inner critic?
Okay, when this voice pops up in your head, just to write down what it is and then to have a look where it does come from, because everyone has its own biography, and maybe it was something you were told when you were a child. And then paying attention if this voice is speaking in a form of you or I, right?
Right.
So here, making a difference, it is you or I. And writing it down and just becoming aware of what was in the situation by analyzing it. What were the thoughts to it? How did I feel in that very moment? And what was really said? Often we people tend to label things, and we don't hear what was, but we interpret automatically. And by writing it down, we can become aware of it. And as soon as we are aware, we can change something. And as long we are not aware, we cannot change anything, because we will not even recognize it.
Right. Yeah, that makes so much sense. So it's like we kind of have to like put it out there to kind of understand it more. Is that kind of like what you're saying? Wow. Well, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So how would you like empower yourself during those like basically self-critic times or those low times in your life? Like you said, writing it down, that's you know, a good way that maybe not a lot of people think about analyzing things that way, because there is a power to writing things down, and I believe that. So yes, how would you bring yourself up in those low times when you do have those self-doubts?
So due to neuroscience, I would go for a walk. So it's something I really practice by myself. I was not believing that this could help, and being present. So and nature is a very wonderful thing where we can practice it, because we can be very present by listening to the birds or something we may hear there, or to see and to focus on these different colors we can observe. And the movement does something in our body chemistry. So, and if going by walk, some inner critic may pop up as well. So every one of us has a mobile phone today. We can take a note, so we don't have to think about it, because we will not forget it. It's written down, or so we can focus. And just taking the time when we practice conscious self-care, to stay with it and practice self-care, not doing 10 things at a time when we start to practice self-care, for example.
Right. And there is something beautiful to nature, and just you know, the positive energies that nature brings. So you know, bringing up self-care, you know, how like how important do you believe self-care is to everybody, to every individual?
At the moment, I believe it's the number one part, almost. It was not always that way, but today, by understanding that you can't give what you don't have, and we can make the world a better place when everyone looks and takes care for him or herself first.
Right. Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
That really is so beautiful. Yeah. Let's see here. Hold on.
And then just generally, I'm just curious about, you said you're in Austria, in Europe?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So like, how is it there, basically? And just how do you feel about, you know, day-to-day life?
Like, how do you like living in Austria?
Right.
So it is still crazy, but by learning to have a strong foundation, we can deal much easier with it by contacting friends, and keeping alive our social contacts will help us with all this craziness.
Right. And as yeah, that's really important, just being there for somebody, right? You know, that's all we can do. And you know, just like this, just conversations where we didn't know each other necessarily
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say a week ago, but yeah, really, we didn't necessarily know each other, but just bringing that just being there for people and just talking to people, these great conversations really brings up you know, I guess the joy in everyone. Yeah,
definitely. And so like, how long have you lived in Austria?
I'm born in Austria.
Oh, wow. That's so awesome. That's awesome.
I've never, well, except for Mexico, I've never been out of the country, but that's definitely, you know, I would love to travel. And that's definitely on the list. You know, Europe, especially.
Yeah, Europe travel. One thing too is I noticed a big thing with you is like that your past doesn't determine your future, or I guess necessarily like who you are today. So like, could you like give like more insight on that? Like, I'm curious.
Yes, because our belief systems and values regulate our life, and by knowing that, um, our past has not to determine our future. We are capable of um, um, living by new values and by new inner resources, and
Mhm.
we can set goals and we can go step by step forward towards it.
Right.
Right. Wow.
Yeah,
Um,
that's good. Yeah, that's a lot to think about.
yeah, it is. That's what this conversation has me. Like I knew these questions like that I wanted to ask, and your responses are just making me like think more about it, right? Like think more
Right.
deep into it.
Right. Yeah. And that's why we wanted to have you on the show, is because like I said, it's just been a crazy few years. And I think everyone's got, is feeling it in one way or another,
Oh
has
yeah.
felt this low point in human history and, in the world. And I think it's self-care, especially in 2022, is very important.
Mm-hmm.
And just, yeah, like we talked about, going for walks, the writing, that's those are really good. Is there any other insights you have in basically that field of just taking care of yourself and just taking, like you pointed out too, taking care of others? What other insights would you bring, or how to improve, people's lives?
Yeah.
Knowing the values and going for them. So connecting with like-minded people,
Mm-hmm.
uh, um, looking for the values and how they can be brought into one lives, not looking at what limitations and regulations there are. Maybe there are exceptions and I can be have more freedom for myself
Mm.
by changing the focus, just by changing the focus.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. And then like what you touched on earlier is like you can't necessarily help others if you can't even help yourself.
Yes.
So I think that's a lot that a lot of people deal with as well, is they
Yeah.
just, give. And essentially that's a good thing for people to have to give, but then they never analyze themselves, and it starts crumbling down, as I believe. There's only so much you can give, like you said, without
Right.
looking into yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the long run, I believe self-care is essential. You can give, but when you break down, it does not serve anyone if you are not here then,
Right. Oh, wow.
because
Right.
you're
Yeah.
broken, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right. That's
I
good.
know a lot of people tend to put themselves like on the back burner and not really like focused on yourself at the end of the day. Like you said, you give, you do all these things for other people, and then you're left sitting there like not worrying about yourself, right?
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. And then is there a way people can contact you as well, to, get coaching and to know about, the training that you do?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, at the moment, the best way would be if they contact me via email.
Okay.
If I can be of assistance, which would be andrealukac.coaching@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yes.
So like as far as your coaching goes, like is there specific points that you like touch on, like what what actually consists of your training?
So to see where a person is and where they want to go, picking them up from where they are and leading them towards where they want to go. So as everyone has a different biography, it's a question I cannot generalize.
Right. Okay. So you kind of just like get to know about the person, you find out what's holding them back, and you kind of like lead them in the right direction.
Yes.
Wow, that's really powerful. So
That
like
is.
it seems to me like your job, you actually, save people, you help people from their dark places, and that's really, really inspiring.
Yes, that's very true. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
very real.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I feel like in a way, like I guess in a way everybody needs it, but like me personally, I can speak that just hearing you even inspired me. So that's really,
Right.
I love it.
And I think that's what a lot of people need at times is
Yeah.
to just talk to someone or just hear it from somebody else too. And like I said, we won't analyze ourselves unless we have something like hearing it from somebody or writing it down and reading it back to yourselves. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, we have some, just a few fun questions to ask you.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't mind. So what is your favorite animal?
I love dogs.
Dogs.
okay.
Wow. Do you have any pets right now?
Yes, 3.
Oh, 3.
Oh, wow. Yes.
That's awesome.
So we have like 4 dogs too.
Yeah, we have German Shepherds and Huskies.
Yes. And our 3 years are dogs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
So
said 3 dogs.
3 dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah.
That's great. What's your favorite like meal or type of food?
Yeah.
That would especially be curious for,
Yes, for your location.
Yes.
so I love pizza.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
Great. Yeah, that's one of my favorite foods as well.
Yeah. Pizza's just loved all around, I feel.
Do y'all have pineapple on pizza over there?
Yes, we have.
Oh, okay.
Really?
How do you feel about that? Do you like pineapple on pizza? America, there's this big debate whether it should be, or maybe it's a debate all around the world. But
Yeah.
there's a debate whether it shouldn't be on pizza or whether it should be.
Yeah.
I love. I don't like them, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I love pineapple by themselves, but just not on a pizza.
Yeah. 2 things that don't belong together.
Yes.
so. But minced, I love minced on the pizza.
Oh, okay.
meat.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, like pepperoni, salami.
Pepperoni.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sausage, I
Okay,
guess.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite form of entertainment? Do you like movies or music? What are you into?
Music.
Music? Yes.
Music.
Yeah.
Is there like a
Music.
certain genre?
No, it isn't.
Really?
Oh, yeah, just whatever.
Really?
Yeah. Just music in general.
Yeah, and that really brings it full circle around to the theme of the episode.
Yeah.
Music is another thing that really helps.
You personally,
yeah,
right?
me personally, I love. I just barely discovered that when I'm feel upset, that listening to music, is a thing that helps.
Yeah.
Yes,
so that's
it
really
does.
Yes.
And dancing as well.
Dancing.
Oh, yes.
We should try dancing.
Oh yes, yeah. She likes to dance, but I feel like I can't. So maybe I'll get some lessons.
Right. Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. Well, is there anything else that you would like our audience to know? And then you can say your email again.
Any
too.
plugs that you have?
Yeah. Anything you want them to know how to contact you?
So at the moment, the best way would be, if I cannot be of assistance, that they contact me via andrealukac.coaching@gmail.com.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So
Okay,
that's just
great.
like your main. Do you have any like social media?
Andrea Lukac, they can
okay.
find me. Right
Okay.
Oh,
now.
okay. Just
Perfect.
through the email. Okay.
Perfect.
Well, this has been a really great conversation.
Yeah.
I definitely really enjoyed it.
Yeah, for sure. It was really nice to talk to you. Is there anything else that you wanted to add, maybe?
So I really want everyone to be happy, and so that they know that they can change, or everyone can change their life
Right.
and their thinking.
Right.
It's not always as easy done as said, but just by knowing it, we can go on our journey and finding out on how we can change it.
Yeah, I
That's
love
really
that.
good.
That's perfect. And
Yes.
so I guess one of the last things that we can ask is like, what advice would you give to like a viewer who's watching that, that kind of needs that extra push, just like in general, if you have like just some simple advice for them?
Just knowing that we came up to this world like unfilled bottle, and by growing up, this bottle was filled with belief systems, with do's, with don'ts, with what you have to, what you don't have to, with the opinions of our environment. So our environment influenced us on a great amount. And
Mhm.
just by knowing that and becoming aware of it. So
Wow.
and knowing as well that we have the power to think our own thoughts and
Mhm.
to live by our values from the bottom of our hearts would help.
I love that.
That's,
I love that.
that's
That was
amazing.
perfect.
Yes,
That was like a
that's
perfect way.
perfect way to end the episode.
Yeah.
Andrea, thank you so much.
Thank you
we
so
really,
much.
Are glad we met you. We hope you stay a friend of the show.
Yeah,
and,
hopefully we can have you on again sometime.
Yes. Yes. And yes, we will speak to you soon.
Okay, it was
Okay.
a pleasure for me as well being with you.
Oh,
Okay,
yes,
perfect. I hope you have a great rest of the day over there.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. We will. Yeah. We'll.
We're getting ready to get a good night's sleep.
Yes.
You have a
But we
good
hope.
rest of the day.
Yeah. We hope you have a
Yeah.
beautiful day.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
All righty. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.